Hi everyone, Al Psych here. Going to do part two of my video on Misbelief. This is a book from Dan Ariely from 2023, I believe. The information is for informational purposes only. Okay, let's jump right into it. Okay. The cognitive elements of the funnel of misbelief. When stress pushes us down the funnel and we begin, when stress pushes us down the funnel and we begin to search for answers and look for a villain to blame, cognitive elements lead us deeper into misbelief. Okay. Um, Faulty human cognitive structures make us susceptible to information. When we search for information, confirmation bias leads us to look for things that confirm our suspicions rather than disprove them. Okay? Remember that confirmation bias. Once we believe something, we work hard to convince ourselves that it's true. Okay? Conspiracy theories are designed to take advantage of our cognitive biases. And all of this is exacerbated by our overconfidence in our understanding of how things work. Okay. The author mentions the term intellectual humility, intuitive thinking. People who possess a high level of intellectual humility recognize to a significant degree that their own beliefs and opinions might be correct. Those with higher intellectual humility are more open to hearing others' opinions and more likely to reconsider their beliefs, opinions, and behaviors when given compelling reason to do so. Okay? They have a more flexible mindset. Okay. Now, those who are high in intellectual humility are less likely to believe in all kinds of uh, conspiratorial thinking, fake news, fake information, pseudoscience, while those who are low in intellectual humility are more likely to believe in all of the above. Okay. Now, trusting intuitive answers more and rechecking less is connected with a higher level of conspiratorial beliefs. Okay. Now, when it comes to our decisions, we rarely consider all the pros and cons. We make decisions based upon heuristics. These are cognitive shortcuts. Okay. Maybe I'll buy golf balls based on name only rather than checking other brands that might be just as good or better and maybe even less expensive. And I'm sure you can come up with your own examples. Okay. Um, so you are more likely to fall down the misbelief funnel, this rabbit hole, if you rely on heuristics to a very large degree. Okay, personality elements. Okay, personality elements of the funnel of misbelief, and this is not all inclusive. This is just part of what the author mentioned. Personality differences play a role in explaining why some of us are more susceptible to misbelief than others. Being more prone to misremembering, falling into the trap of false recall and false recognition feeds misbelief. Seeking patterns where none exist is linked to misbelief. And overtrusting our intuitions is linked to misbelief. Um, the author mentions Ash conformity experiments. The person's name is Ash, if I'm saying it right, ASCH. Um, Basically, we have a tendency to follow the crowd. When we look up to people, we feel even more pressure to conform and agree with their opinions. I mean, this is probably a separate video here. Okay. Now, again, the author mentions avoid ostracizing. Okay, so here's what he mentioned. Here's an example. During the COVID-19 pandemic, if you had a friend that believed some of the extreme beliefs that were out there, such as microchips were implanted in you by the COVID vaccine, uh, you hopefully avoided ostracizing him or her. Why? Uh, Doing so makes it easier for a person to slip down that funnel of misbelief, down that rabbit hole. How? Well, if I were being ostracized by my friends or family, I might look for social and emotional support elsewhere. So, of course, I would look for support typically with people that have the same belief or beliefs that I do. Having a support group that doesn't ostracize me helps me feel welcome, helps me feel better, helps me feel included, helps me feel connected. Okay. All right, finally, the social elements of the funnel of misbelief. The sense of ostracism is a powerful driver of misbelief. Kind of giving a person a little push down that funnel. Social attraction happens in the early stages when we start feeling ostracized by our friends and family and pulled by the sense of belonging to a new community. The new group solidifies our new beliefs. The need to show loyalty and gain status drives people to greater extremes, and polarization accelerates this process. And finally, the fear of losing status and relationships within the new social group makes it hard for people to leave. Okay, so there you have it. That's a real quick review of the book. There's so much more in it. If you really want to get into the nitty-gritty, then you might want to pick up that book and read it. I couldn't put it down. I thought it was really interesting. And he kind of personalizes how some of the situations that he was in with regard to the misbelief issues. Anyway, that's it. Hope you liked it. Thanks.